Yeah, I thought I'd do this for a particular subscriber in mind, Leon Wiki. Thank you very much. We had a lovely conversation the other night, and it was really, really pleasant. There's been a lot of support for RAS doing the trail, and I'd like to thank everyone for supporting me over the last few weeks to few months that have known about the trail. Thank you very much. Okay, so this is some of my gear. Apologies for the bad lighting. I'm working with sunlight here, so it's quite difficult. I thought I'd show you guys some of my gear that I'm taking. As I said, it's about 85% complete. 85%. So there's bits and bobs that I'm sorting through. I'm just trying to get the weight down as much as possible. As you guys might or might not know, I'm doing Project Distant Shores while through tramping, or thorough tramping, or through hiking the Araroa Trail. Okay, so I'm trying to keep my weight down as much as I possibly can, without compromising comfort or safety. That's the big goal. So basically, I'm going to show you guys my setup. Let's have a look. Okay, so as I said, apologies for the lighting. It is pretty horrendous in here. I'm working with natural sunlight. This is some of my gear. There's some of it down here too. I've got simulated food weight just for my training parts. As I said, it's about 85% complete, okay? We've got 85% complete of my gear. Now, for sleeping, what I'm doing is I'm using a Kathmandu. Where is it? Kathmandu. Boom. Kathmandu, it's a Pegasus. It's a new model, came out last year, okay? Down sleeping bag. It's a down and synthetic bottom. Now, what I may possibly do is take out some of the synthetic down, the synthetic insulation underneath, okay? Just to get the weight down a little bit more. It's bang on a kilo. 1 kilo for this bag, so it's a great bag for what it is. So it's pretty versatile in that retrospect. Now, so we're using a Pegasus down sleeping bag that goes down to -2 comfortably. That's degrees Celsius, so I am not too worried about that at all. I'm pretty happy with that. I can always layer up, so there is always that. Now, some of the stuff I got with it is got a pair of wool socks. This may be switched out. I've got a merino shirt for sleeping. This is all sleeping stuff only. A pair of merino tights. These are actually quite rare. These are artisan made ones. Where is it? Yeah, these are made by a New Zealand craft company called, here we go, Everest, made in New Zealand. So, as you guys might know, my Araroa journey is to showcase a lot of New Zealand made gear or New Zealand designed gear, because, you know, Kiwi trail, Kiwi gear makes sense. Well, for me it does. I've just got a MacPack merino beanie for the night sleeping. My current pad at the moment, okay folks, my current pad at the moment is a Pacific Outdoor Equipment All Out Mountain 2/3. That's my current pad. Now, I've used this quite a bit just during my training and shakedowns. It's been okay. It's a 2/3. I'm used to 2/3, but I just find it a bit bulky. It's quite bulky. I've got a ultralight sleeping pad coming at the moment, so this is going to get replaced. Plus, my new ultralight sleeping pad is 100 grams lighter, which means I can carry more food. That's why I'm shooting weight, so I can carry more food. That's what it's all about, food. Anyway, now I'll show on to my some of my sleeping setup. Also while we're here. Now, I am using a DD Superlight hammock. Okay. DD hammock Superlight tarp. It's a 3 meter by 3 meter. So I'm just using a fly and a bivvy combo, and a Tyvek ground sheet. Now I've got a Tyvek ground sheet coming. Just ordered that from eBay. That's coming shortly. What I haven't decided on is what type of bivvy bag am I going to be using. Now, I can always go into, this is my pack that I'll be using, by the way. I can always use my current bivvy bag. Now, I use this for a lot of bushcraft situations, so it's been great. I picked this up for 80 bucks. about 3 years ago. This is a Snug Pack Special Forces bivvy in the classic olive drab. My only gripe, here we go, see Snug Pack. My only gripe with this is it's a bit heavy. Not being gram Nazi or gram weenie here, but for me it's like 440 grams. If I can skimp on that a bit more, like 100 grams extra, I will be happy with that. So that's what I plan to do, to try find something suitable. So at the moment, my tent or my shelter system, this is 560 grams with 10 pegs, all the cordage, plus that. If I want to use that without a ground sheet, that alone is just under a kilo. So that's 998. So it's just under a kilo, and that's everything. Okay. I might try and get a bivvy bag that's lighter than this, and go for a Tyvek ground sheet. So I'm thinking about going with a Survive Outdoors Longer Escape bivvy, or maybe one of the emergency bivvies with a Tyvek ground sheet, just for the weight. As I said, I'm trying to cut down weight without compromising comfort or safety. Particularly since I'm using a down bag, I don't have much. Well, I've had a few experiences with down bags, but not many. I've mainly used synthetic all my life, and yeah, I've been okay with it. So it's quite a learning curve for me, just trying to keep it moisture free as possible. Now I'm going with, there hasn't been many people on the Te Araroa Trail that have done a fly system. The fly system for me is perfect for New Zealand backcountry, because we've always traditionally used fly, hardly ever used a tent. Tents have been used, but a lot of people have used, historically, even to this day, flies. So I'm going to go with a fly setup. I am more comfortable under a fly or tarp. You can configure it way more, and I have much more experience with the tarp. I don't have much experience in an ultralight tent. So for that reason, I'm going with this. I may possibly go with an ultralight one-man tent in the future for South Island, but at this moment, no. So that's my shelter system. Boom. At the moment, as I said, at the moment. So we got a DD hammock super light tarp and a Snug Pack Special Forces bivvy bag in the classic old drab. We've done my sleeping setup. Now, onto wet weather gears. Okay, what I'm using is, for my wet weather gears, and I will tell you about the weights as well. These are a pair of ultra rare Wilderness, the original Wilderness. So this is a company before MacPack even started. They were based in Dunedin, New Zealand, obviously. These are a pair of their snow mitts. They're also used for rain as well. These weigh 90 grams for a pair. Now they're lined, which is about 3 ounces, a little bit over 3 ounces for your ounce counters. Now this is an ultra rare one too. This is a Mark II, and you'll notice this is either ultra rare, collectible, or New Zealand. That's the whole goal, folks. This is an Earth, Sea and Sky Mark II extra large rain parka. Okay, so Earth, Sea and Sky, adventurous outdoor clothing, made in nuclear-free New Zealand, first in the world to see its sun. So, and this weighs, and I've tested this a lot, and I've used it extensively in the rain. It's in the classic 80s, 90s colour style, or colour sheen of that period, which was what I call Barney, green and purple. And you'll notice that I have another green and purple top. Now this weighs 540 grams. Ounce-wise, I don't know what that is, but it should be about, I'll put it in anyway. I'll put it in how many ounces and grams everything is. This is 540 grams though, okay? That's my wet weather. Okay, now, what I'm using for gaiters, these small trail gaiters, okay? This is made by another New Zealand company that's not around anymore, is Tui Trail. Tui Trail gaiters, they were eventually bought out by Oz Trail. I'm going to use these pretty much as I can. I do have another pair of gaiters. They're an alpaca. I'll show that in another video. So those are alpaca gaiters I have for spares. they will be in another video, as I mentioned before, just to repeat myself. Now these are short gaiters. They weigh 56 grams. They're light. So they're like just under 2 ounces for the ounce counters. Okay, so that's my gaiters. Now, that's my wet weather gear done. So, wet weather gear sorted. Now, for my clothing system, okay, I'll show you guys. We're going to open this dry bag. I'm using Cedar Summit the Ultra Seal bags, okay, just because they were cheap at the time, not because I'm a ultra lighter or anything like that. In New Zealand, if you folks don't know, we don't really do ultra light because it's just not ultra right, you could say, for New Zealand conditions. Okay, so you'll notice yet again, same thing. It's either made from New Zealand artisans, New Zealand materials, or New Zealand outdoor brands. I'm not a brand snob, but you're doing the Kiwi Trail, you might as well represent Kiwi as much as possible. And nobody else has done it before, and to me, it makes more sense. Okay, so what I have here, this says MacPack. This was a trail running shirt, but it's actually manufactured by, flip it over, Ferry Down. It's a Ferry Down shirt. Ferry Down shirt. Let's put on the white so we can get some white on there. Ferry Down shirt. Now this was made, it's made in China, but this was a Ferry Down shirt that was made about 2 months before they went under and were absorbed by MacPack. You don't want to hear Russell's opinion about that. It's yeah, I've got a lot to say, so I'll leave that for the time being. So I've got one synthetic shirt. I've got one pair of running shorts. Now these are like the MacPack Fast Track shorts. They're actually from Kmart, and they cost me $10. They've got a built-in liner, so if you don't want to wear undies, boom. And that was the whole point. And they're light. They're real light. So one pair of shorts with a built-in liner. Now I'm be carrying 2 pairs of boxers. Okay. So these are bamboo. These are unfortunately made in Australia, mate. But merino for me is just too expensive. I have had more instances with using bamboo, so I'll be using 2 pairs of bamboo boxers. They're really lightweight. I weighed these. They weigh approximately 52 grams. The shorts weigh just over 100 grams. This shirt weighs just under 100 grams. So everything you'll notice is lightweight. Now, at the moment I'll be using a Beyond Outdoors cycling top, okay? I'll be switching to a merino, so probably an icebreaker or something like that. So one merino, one synthetic. That way I've always got a backup shirt, okay? For socks, now I've been testing socks for the last roughly 9 months. Testing multiple different types of brands, multiple types of materials, type of styles, everything. For the time being, I'll be using 2 pairs of MacPack and merino socks. I'm only using MacPack socks because A, they're not made in China, they're made in Italy. Okay, so 2 pairs, and then probably 1 pair of a, I haven't decided yet, maybe darn tough socks or something like that. So I can always wear just these or use them as a liner. So that's my clothing, that's my shelter, that's my sleeping done. Now onto the one piece of clothing I forgot. So as I said, one merino, one synthetic. This is my long sleeve top slash fleece top slash base layer. So it's serving 3 purposes. I do not mind if this gets damp or wet. Not worried. This is a Wilderness, original Wilderness, just the same as my ringlets. Okay, Wilderness. So this is the company before MacPack. Wilderness top. It's a fleece. It is a, I believe it's a 200 weight. Okay, extra large, fits me. If we look down here, it's got the thumb loops, classic NZ style. So this will be my base layer. This will also be my fleece layer for wet conditions. I do not mind if this layer gets wet. Now for stop the insulation on those cold rest breaks, or in town or in camp, I will be using a MacPack down, they call it Uber Light, but it's like the ultra light, insulated jacket, down jacket. This thing weighs 280 grams. The only reason why I got it because it's down and it's light as can be. Now dry bags, as I said, I'm using a combination of Ultra Sil Cedar Summit bags and Nature Hike. They're Sil nylon bags. They're pretty great, Nature Hike bags. I like them. So that's dry bags done. Now, my miscellaneous stuff. Okay, so at the moment I will be using a Sawyer squeeze system. I will be swapping these pouches out. I just don't like them at all. I'll be switching to a 2-litre platypus, or platy as people call them, bladder. So I'll be switching, these will be switched out. Okay, so just push them to the side. This is my repair kit. Okay, repair kit. It's got tenacious tape, 1 or 2 nylon patches, sewing thread, sewing needle, some seam sealer, and a spare clip for my arm pack. That weighs approximately 62 grams, so it's pretty lightweight for miscellaneous. This is a Cedar Summit permethrin treated head net. Okay, it's ultra light, it's only like 30 grams, so that's that. First aid kit, this just contains your basics, anything you might need for your own person. So I haven't weighed that just because people are going to vary on that anyway, so it's always that. Okay, a towel, I might be switching to a bandana, just an orange bandana for visibility as well as other reasons. So at the moment I'm using microfiber towel. It weighs 40 grams, so it's light as can be. That's my bag for my clothing. Some other bags here we got. I am using a original Sawyer squeeze. Okay, Sawyer squeeze. At the moment I'm using a syringe. If I can find a cap to fit over the top of the flow inlet, I will, or the flow outlet I should say, I will. Otherwise I've got the syringe in the moment. So using a Sawyer squeeze. Changing systems, I'm used to bleaching water, I'm used to tabs, water purification tabs or water disinfectant tabs, and bleach or boiling. But I'm going to try a filter system just so it's more portable. Okay, and I'll be carrying, this is to represent a notebook. I'll be using a way smaller notebook. It's just got some of my weights of everything I've weighed. I never knew the value of weighing everything, so it was pretty good. So at the moment this is just a normal notebook. It's to represent my notebook I'll be carrying. So I'll be writing a diary, I'll be blogging, I'll be vlogging and filming. So a lot of documentarian work. Okay. This knife I scored for free from a guy called Colin at Trek and Travel. Thank you, Colin, for giving me this knife. Now this is the Thorough Tramper Thru Hiker's special edition. It is your classic SD Swiss Army knife. It's only got 3 things. It's got the knife, the file, and the what is it? Here we go. File, the knife, and the scissors. So it is pretty ultra light as well. This weighs 20 grams, so won't be using much. Okay. This is my current cook kit. Okay. So let's have a look. Okay, my current cook kit. There's not much to it. Okay. Not much to this at all. All I've got is a titanium spork. What should I say? Fork, spoon. It's one of these proper ones, not like a spork. Those are crap. I just got a piece of aluminum shielding from a duct that I've cut out for a windshield. That's relatively effective. I like that. Now the fork weighs 18 grams. The shielding with even a clip weighs approximately 62 grams. This is my current burner. It's a Trangia style alcohol burner, or meths burner as we call them in New Zealand. Okay. Not much to it really. Here we go. Classic Trangia with a stand. It did have the optional other stuff that came with it, which is a simmer control ring. I took that out. This is getting upgraded, okay folks? So this is my current alcohol burner. It is 120 grams. Now a new burner I'm getting on the weight is titanium. I didn't buy it because it's titanium, I only bought it because it's lighter. It's half the weight. With even a stand, it's 60 grams. So I'm going to cut the weight in half of that. But still, this is ultra light for me. Anyway, this is my pot, okay? This is a Titania. This is Chinese made. So it's cold pressed, okay? It's cold pressed titanium, but it is beautiful pot. I've used and abused this pretty much every day for training. Every morning I've had a cup of tea or manuka tea or kawa tea. I've used and abused it. I just got a little towel in there and needs a wash. I've got one of these food cozies. Okay, food cozy. So you dump your hot water into your Ziploc bag, chuck it in here, let it cook up for a bit, and then you just eat straight out of the pouch. So highly effective. Now I've got a titanium cup. Okay, some of the stuff might need a wash, so or just a quick dry up. This is a titanium cup. It weighs approximately 58 grams. It's a 450 mug. It's going to be useful in my coffee cup. Now, I could just ditch this cup, but it's 45 grams. I'm not really that fast. So, I'm going to be taking it anyway. So that way I can have a dedicated cup or a cup for measuring ingredients and dumping them in when I'm just doing my food resupplies. Boom, handy cup for that. Now this is I believe it's a 750ml pot to the top. It does got degradation lines of 500. I've measured it. It goes right up to 800. Okay, 750 on a boil. Okay, 750 on a boil. That's how I measure by. So it's a 750ml pot. This goes in here. This goes in here. My little towel or sponge or whatever goes in there. And it all packs away nicely. Now with my new titanium burner, I could actually fit everything in here. So I've only got this loose and this loose. So it's pretty lightweight. At the moment, my current weight for my cook system is somewhere in here. Where is it? At the moment it is 445 grams. Okay, that's about, I don't know how many ounces that is, but I'll put the ounces in. It's 445 grams. With my new titanium burner, I only bought it because it's lightweight, not because it's titanium or anything like that. Okay, it is 385 grams. So I'm gaining about 60 grams there, roughly, for extra food. That's how I see it. Yeah, so that is pretty much it. I've got some other stuff I've got to get, like camera equipment. Now this is all specific to Project Essentials, okay, so not every tramper or through hiker is going to be carrying this stuff. I've got a battery power pack, some cables for my camera and charging phone, etc. I'll be carrying maybe 1 or 2 lightweight tripods, really lightweight. I cannot use a what they call it, stick pick. I cannot use those or any type of lightweight GoPro because I'm not carrying a GoPro. I'm carrying a 4K beast of a camera. I will be using a bridge camera and you guys are going to be updated on that shortly. Now what I'm using for the trail more or less is a pair of Compodels. pair of Compodels. These are aluminum. These are the Explorer Contour. I've trained with these for a long time. Use them on concrete, rock, whatever. The tips are still in great nick. The tips are cheap to replace too. They're only like $12 a pair. So that's all good. And what we have here is a really good pack. This is the New Zealand Design brand, okay? This is going to be featured in Outdoor Heritage Aotearoa, or OHA as I like to call it, which is about New Zealand brands and New Zealand manufacturers and New Zealand designs and engineers and techniques that made New Zealand outdoor equipment historically to today. So a very unique system series on YouTube. So I am using an arm guiding light. Now this is a large, okay, with a medium hip belt. I originally did have a large hip belt because I lost too much weight training, okay. I had to switch out the hip belt. Now, thank you and shout out to Colin from Chicken Travel for allowing me to give me a free hip belt. He gave me a free hip belt and a free knife. So thank you very much, Colin, for that. Okay, now this is approximately, roughly a 67 litre pack. Now, it's a body pack, so it has what they call balance pockets. Okay, here's one balance pocket. Here's two balance pockets. It looks really, really weird, I know. It's just really practical. I've tried ultralight packs before. I've tried traditional packs, canvas packs. I've tried lightweight packs. They, for me, they're not sitting that weight on the hips. It's not really that effective for me, personally. Now, this pack, 67 litre roughly and 18 litre roughly at the front. That's a lot of storage, but the whole point of these packs is designed is you put your heaviest compact weight at the front and the rest out the back, okay? It balances everything up, and how you feel it is showing it up here. This is it. It's a really weird system. Everything should be on your hip belt. Over here, okay? Everything, it's a really complicated system. I will have to make a video about it sometime about the arm, because it's a body pack. It's a, apples to apples, ultra light cannot be compared to it. A lightweight cannot be compared to it. A traditional pack cannot be compared to it. Now, it might be heavier for you gram weenies and your ultra lighters and lightweighters and America and Canada, but for New Zealand and New Zealand bush, not forest, bush, which is different. Most foreigners call it a jungle anyway. It's not a jungle, it's just bush is bush, realistically. For its purpose, this is what they call a strong light series pack. Now, for what it is, it's light, but it's tough. I mean, it's tough as nails. This pack is typically, this model is used by climbers all over the world. So it is a tough, durable pack. Okay, folks? Tough, durable, it will take a beating. It might get a nick or two, but it will still keep going for sure. Now, the reason why I said apples to apples comparison is an ultralight does not compare even without the balance pockets, because it does not have the same features. It does not have a, I like to call it a floating suspension. I mean, it's really flotating. You do not feel it at all, even without the front balance pockets. You do not. It's weird. It is totally weird. It truly loads the weight onto your hips. Unlike ultralight packs, for me personally, from my own experience, ultralight, lightweight, sub-lightweight, they don't truly load the weight onto your hips. So you're not more agile. After a while, you will feel it, and you get that classic S-bend. It's like an S-bend stoop. Most trampers, backpackers, hikers, trekkers all have that stoop, regardless if it's ultra light or traditional. It cheats the weight, okay? That's what they do. A body pack works with your body, even if it's just the backpack without the front balance pockets, okay, folks? It does not cheat the weight. It works with your body to make it more efficient as possible. And I'm not trying to use choice selective words. It really does work. So it's a New Zealand product, you know, a Kiwi designed it. He thought, you know, we could go lightweight, but eventually it's going to hurt our backs. It does for his research that he's done. They've done sports science studies, so they've done scientific studies on a body pack and his systems, and they do truly work. Now, these type of packs are used for all sorts of applications. We're talking adventure racing, we're talking marathon runs, mountaineering, climbing, fishing, photography, filmmaking, you name it. They've been used for a bunch of different reasons. Now, as I said, it's a large. Okay, it's a large. It comes with an 18-litre pack, front boob packs. It may be possible for me to change that main pack, this one right here. This part right here. I may be changing it. At the moment, I'm still happy with it. It is still a learning curve, okay? I've had it for a year. Trying it with different weight and different equipment. It's totally different. You'll notice with a body pack is your muscles don't get tired. For me, because I've lost 2 weight, it does rub on my hip because how it sits is, okay, it sits about here on top of your hips. Now with most packs they sit around here, so your bottom hip belt goes here. With an arm pack they sit on top, so the bottom of the hip belt sits on top of your hip, which is it's a weird feeling, but what it does is it loads the weight on how a hip belt is supposed to be doing. It loads it onto the hip belt. As I said, I'll have to do another video some other time about the arm in general, because body pack, apple is apples, grapes are grapes. Nothing compares to it. There is no real comparison, even if it is weighty or anything like that. You can't compare something else to it because it doesn't just add up. You know, nothing else stacks up to it. So because it's totally different. Okay, so I'll be using this pack. It's an arm. That pack was worth it. Okay. So usually it's $5.50 for this. For the front balance pockets, it's usually $150 to $180. I got the whole thing because I'm a TA walker, okay? Colin from Chicken Travel, he's done so many hookups with me and for me. Thank you very much for your support so far. Now, I got this pack with the front balance pockets for $550, and that you cannot, and that's NZ dollars. And you cannot beat that price for such a bang up system. It really is a great system. I can go on and on, but I will do another video sometime else. So besides from camera equipment and things I'm swapping out because I'd like to get the weight down as much as possible without compromising comfort or safety, yeah, I've do got other things I'm adding, like buffs and small things here and there, but 85% of the gear I do have. Now, I do have Plan B's, okay, folks, so I'm just going to quickly mention them. I do have a spare tarp, okay, this is my old school Bushcraft one, Aqua Quest. It's a 2 meter by 3 meter tarp, easily sleep one. The only problem with this is it's quite compact and quite tight. Its weight is about 600 grams with all the cords and all that peg, so it's not too bad. I also have a, I'm beating around the bush about this idea, but I'm not so sure if I'm going to go with it, okay. I've got a DD Hammock Superlight tarp, okay, the whole thing only weighs, including everything you need, suspension system, in the starp sack, 288 grams. I'm not so sure, I might send it to a few locations where I could use it, just to vary out my sleep system, but I don't mind sleeping on the ridges or hillsides with a fly and bivvy combo. I've done it plenty before. I'm quite comfortable with it, you know. Unlike a tent, I do not have to find a flat ground. I can just camp wherever. If I had this in my system with my DD Hammock Superlight 3x3 tarp, I can truly camp wherever I want to. But yeah, this is a maybe. This is a maybe. I do have another maybe, which is a nature hike 2-man cloud up to. It's a 2-man tarp, tent, sorry. It is 1.3 kilos if you get it down to a trail weight. To me, that's still too heavy. I like to go for 1 kilo or lower. So what I am doing is might possibly get another one-man tent. So there's a lot of things I'm trying, and that one-man tent will be only used with South Island only. Otherwise, I'd probably stick to my fly and bivvy combo. It's been a banger for me in the past. I've got the most experience with that, and I'm quite comfortable with that. It's going to be totally different on the alpine sections if I have to stay with it, but I mean, it should be fine. As I said, there's more things I have to get, like PLB, and I'm still waiting for my new phone to come. I only bought it because it's cheap and it does a whole bunch of things I'm going to need for Project Distant Shores. Other than that, small camera stuff, 85% of the build is done. So I will definitely be doing an update video about this once everything arrives and once I've sorted bits and pieces here and there out. So thank you folks for watching. Blessed travels, ka kite anō, and I shall see you next time. See you later.